Hi everybody, this is Jason from Ishibashi Music in Shibuya. Welcome to the 2013 Tokyo Guitar Show. I've just found a couple of gentlemen in the crowd who are from America. Your name, sir?
My name is Joshua.
And from England?
Mark.
Mark, okay. Now these guys actually do live here in Japan. You live in Tokyo, do you?
Just outside of Tokyo, maybe 80 so, 100 k's.
Oh, whereabouts?
Saitama.
Oh, Saitama,
Yeah,
okay.
both Saitama.
Both in Saitama, okay. And they come over here to Tokyo for the guitar show. It's not too far to get to. Can you just tell people who don't really know, because they haven't been to an event like this, the difference between going to something like this, even from America for that matter, and of course from England, both large consumers of musical instruments, compared to being in Japan? Any feelings on this?
Yeah, here you can get quite a good, you can play pretty much expensive guitars, you can get quite close to the actual instruments themselves and the amps you wouldn't normally get. There's quite a, how can I say, it's quite a passion for guitars and buying effects and spending quite a lot of money for Japanese guys and Japanese girls for stuff. So it's a little more full on than maybe an Englishman's used to.
Sure, and your view?
I think, especially compared to America, if you go to a guitar shop in America, the guys are a bit, they may be experienced guys, they don't really want to help new guitarists. Me, myself, I'm not as experienced. But here coming to Japan, going to most shops, I can ask a lot of questions and most people are pretty helpful. And, I can try lots of different guitars and lots of different pedals. And there's no real ego, I think, compared.
Fantastic. You just mentioned about lots of girls as well. That's one thing that I personally have really enjoyed in Japan, is that it's not such a boys' club like it is in other countries.
Yeah, this is so true. And also age as well. The amount of, I feel old because, the 16-year-old bands, high school bands, and they've got such a live music appreciation. Like, I could try and have a live band with my band, but around the block there's 500 16, 18-year-olds queuing for their own local band. So the live scene is really good here. And, in England, you'd struggle to drag people out of their houses and off TVs to watch something that's live music, but here it's a pretty healthy scene. And as you say, girls, boys, doesn't seem to matter so much. They're into it either way.
How long have you been in Japan? And secondly, what experience, if any, have you ever had with Ishibashi music? I'll start with you, Josh.
In terms of experience with Ishibashi, I haven't had a lot of experience. Usually when I go with Mark's been to Ishibashi before. So I've really only, the few times I've gone with him to explore the store.
Are you aware that we actually do have a store in Saitama as well?
Yes, there's one, I believe, in Kawagoe.
Very good. He knows where our store is. That's a good start. And with you, Mark?
Yeah, actually, when I first came to Japan and I got into the habit of buying, I'm a guitar effects junkie. I think I bought maybe 70 pedals from Ishibashi over the years.
Wow, that's a lot.
So yeah, and I've been in Japan 6-7 years, so it's quite a lot per year. I actually do deal with Ishibashi on almost a monthly or twice monthly basis.
So do you normally buy online?
I probably normally buy online just because of the choice factor. I've been to the Kawagoe store a couple of times, and of course it's better to try things in person. But most of the time the range is like there's thousands of effects, lined up on the Ishibashi website, the use box. So for me, it's really convenient, handy, and I've never had a bad experience
Fantastic. Thanks very much for your time, guys.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your time at the guitar show. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, we've just found some more people who are here for the Tokyo Guitar Show. Please introduce yourselves, tell us where you're from and where you actually live now.
My name is Val, I'm from Belgium and I live in Hong Kong.
Okay, great.
My name is Chris, I'm from USA and I live in Tokyo now.
How long have you been living in Tokyo?
12 years.
Okay. And how long in Hong Kong?
2 years, but I used to live here as well for 4 years.
Okay. What brought you guys down to the guitar show, and is it your first time to a Tokyo Guitar Show?
No, I've been to the one 2 years ago, I think. 3 years ago. And just checking out, maybe see some rare guitars that you don't get to see in the shops.
Yep.
It's mostly that.
Now, being from Belgium, how does what you see here in stores and even at an event like this differ from what you see back home?
Well, Japan is guitar heaven. Everybody knows that. Europe, they get tier 3 guitars usually. Not much choice.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, Japan is the number one market for guitars, so you gotta love Tokyo for that.
So how many guitars in your collections?
I have about...
I love Chris's face just then. That was golden.
He's on thousands.
Yeah, I mean myself now, not many, 20, 25, 30, something like that, you know. And I play 2 of them, and all the rest, they're just, for parts or something.
And yours, Val?
I have about 20 now. I try to sell some every time I buy one because it's too much.
I know that feeling. I have a serious problem with buying too many guitars as well.
It comes with living in Tokyo. It's just so much temptation, you know. I don't know the statistics, but I say there's probably more guitar shops here per square kilometer than anywhere in the world. Vintage shops definitely more than anywhere, any city in the world, you know.
Well, getting back to the question that I did put to Val, I wanted to bring to you as well, because from an American perspective versus Japan, obviously the 2 largest instrument retailing markets in the world by far. The comparison for you between American market and Japanese market at an event like this?
Well, your average shop in Tokyo, say like an Ishibashi shop in Ikebukuro, you know, you'd have to go to a major city to see something like that, you know, in America. West 48th Street in Manhattan or in Hollywood, you know. It's, but we have, you know, they're pretty similar, but there's more variation here. You know, you can find anything, you know.
Even compared to America?
Absolutely. I mean, you want say like a 59 Les Paul standard burst, you can find it here very easily. You want a guitar shaped like a machine gun, you can find it very easily here. And that, all that aside, the service here is just, that there's no comparing, incomparable, you know. In America, I don't know about Europe, but in America, you go to a guitar shop, you're like, they eye you like a criminal, you know, or like you're a bother. Here, you know, it's so much.
Same in Europe. They have this attitude, like the rock stars, doing you a favor, showing you a guitar.
Your experience with Ishibashi, please be honest, if you've never shopped there, if you've done a lot of shopping, whether you have in the past, your image of Ishibashi, how have you done with the company so far over the years?
I pretty much buy most of my stuff in Japan at Ishibashi. It's the only place where I have my point card. If I find something in another shop, I'm going to look for it at Ishibashi to buy it there. The service is great, and they have, I like Les Pauls, so they have usually the nicest ones, and a great selection of everything. So, and a couple of branches, 3, 4, 5 branches, you can find them everywhere.
And you said you have your own point card as well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I use it a lot.
Speaking of point cards, do I shop at Ishibashi? Well, I'll let my point card do the talking.
Look at that, folks. That's a serious amount of use of a point card. Wow, so how long have you been an Ishibashi customer for, would you say?
Since I've been here, 12 years. 12 years.
Wow.
I bought quite a few guitars there and keyboard instruments, multi-track recording instruments, headphones, straps, strings, picks, strap locks. I mean...
Everything but the kitchen sink.
No, I did, just last week. It was a custom job, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So, do you speak Japanese as well?
No, I've only been here 12 years, so I haven't.
I've known people who've been in this country for about 20 years. I've been here for about 3 and I speak better than them.
That's me. That's me. Yeah, really. I'm working on it.
Who do you deal with when you go to Ikebukuro?
Anybody who will have me.
Well, when you return to Ikebukuro, ask for Ace. He's used to be the manager of the international sales department that I work in now. He speaks very good English. Ace. It sounds like it, doesn't it? Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is the Ishibashi Music booth at the Tokyo 2013 Guitar Show. This is our Slash display. You'll notice here there's a packet of Marlboros that's been signed here. One of our staff members actually met him in America at the NAMM show years ago and got him to sign it, which is pretty cool. He keeps it at the store most of the time. And these straps here are from Red Monkey, which is a company that we import at Ishibashi Music. Gene Simmons bass guitar. Pretty damn cool. Every Kiss cover band should have one of these. Here we have a beautiful 125th anniversary Hoffner violin bass guitar. Beautiful guitar, you can see the flame maple in there. Gorgeous instrument. One hell of a collector's piece. And for those of you who like shopping online, Ishibashi specialises in international shipping of used instruments. It's one of the big things that we do. The department that I work in is the international department. So when you get an email, chances are that it'll be from me or one of my other 2 colleagues that I work with. One of the beautiful collectible pieces that we have here on offer at the show is an original 1964 Vintage Firebird 3. This guitar is absolutely amazing and in very, very, very nice condition for such an old instrument. And for those of you who are aware of the Japanese group Bees, B''Z for those who don't know, the guitar player's name is Tak Matsumoto. He's an incredibly famous guitar player here in Japan, and he's incredibly popular as well. This is a custom shop built guitar of his. It's number 68. We also have here a gorgeous 2009 Paul Reed Smith with Brazilian rosewood neck. Something you don't come across too often anymore. Beautiful Nuno Bettencourt guitar collection. Ishibashi is actually the distributor in Japan for Washburn guitars. This one's actually been signed by Nuno himself. Around this side we have something very, very, very rare. This is an N7. This is a 7-string Nuno Bettencourt guitar, which is incredibly well priced for what it is, for such a rare instrument. It's a custom shop built guitar. You can see the beautiful bird's eye maple there on the neck, or the headstock, sorry. That's a very, very cool instrument. And the Gene Simmons Court Punisher bass guitar right here. There's the Paul Stanley signature guitar. Those of you who are not familiar with this brand, this is Nags Guitars from America. Stuart Fraser, guitarist from Australian band Noiseworks, is one of the many endorsees of the instrument. If you've never ever heard of Stuart Fraser before, look up on YouTube. You'll be able to find him through links from the band Noiseworks. Noiseworks were famous in the 80s, and Stuart is actually one of the most beautiful, tasteful and pristine guitar players you'll ever hear. This is Joe Nags, who started the company. This beast of a guitar right here is something very special. This is the Steve Stevens signature model. He was Billy Idol's guitar player for a long time, and I believe still is when Billy gets out and plays. But that is the Steve Stevens exclusive signature series guitar. So you were the winners of the competition.
Yes.
Congratulations.
The guitar experience in Tokyo is fantastic.